Minister.
Well, I see many colleagues standing, so I thank you, your Shadow Minister, for his commitment and his support to cross-party action. I wanted to answer some of his points. He raised rightly the question of the natural resources and the contribution they can play to carbon reduction. He will be pleased, I'm sure, to know that since 1990, emissions from that sector have halved. And he's absolutely right that there is more to do. They now only account for 15% of the total emissions pie. And indeed, there have been some amazing efficiency improvements, and I do pay tribute to our farmers and to our innovative investors in this area. For example, it takes a third less CO2 to produce a kilo of pork than it did now than in 1990. But there is clearly more to do. He clearly points out, which is something he knows I agree with, which is we have to take a whole-of-economy approach to making these reductions. I will say to him what I said earlier, Madam Deputy Speaker, with regard to declaring net zero. The only way to ensure that the actions that we want to deliver actually can be delivered is to make sure when we set them out, they are fully understood, they are fully costed and they are fully planned, and that we have buy-in from local authorities, from civil society, etc. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing the CCC's advice, but I will take the time that is required and work with whoever needs to be involved to ensure that when we set that target, it can actually be delivered. I do not want to be the minister that attempts to set out something very profound only for it to be hived off because of other pressures that might happen down the line. If we make that commitment, it must stick.
Sir Nicholas Soames.